composition of plasma, it makes up between 50 to 60% of blood volume, and it's more than 90% of plasma is water. Extracellular fluids, they're intracellular fluids and plasma, the materials, plasma, and interstitial fluids exchange across the capillary walls. So extracellular fluid, so this is fluid outside of the cells, and plasma is one of these extracellular fluids. It's made up of water, ions, and other small solutes. So these other components include plasma is made 60% of albumins. So these transport substances such as fatty acids, thyroid hormones, and steroid hormones. Then you have globulins, which make up 35%, and these are called antibodies and also called immunoglobulins. And these transport globulins, these are small molecules, and they bind with hormones and lipoproteins and also steroid bonding proteins. The last bit, the 4%, is fibrinogen. This is very important. There's these molecules that help form clots and produce long insoluble strands of fibrin, so that when we injure ourselves and are bleeding externally or internally, the fibrinogen is part of what helps us to stop bleeding and form the clot. Blood serum is the liquid part of the blood sample. So if you had some blood taken in a test tube and you just stood the test tube up, after a period of time, all of the formed elements would settle at the bottom of the test tube and you would be left with this clear golden fluid, which is the blood serum. But it also contains fibrinogen, which has been converted to solid fibrin. Other plasma proteins, we said that there was about 1% of other proteins. So these are changing in quantities, and they include hormones, depending on whether you're male or female. Of course, we've got insulin, we've got prolactin, we've got glycoproteins, thyroid stimulating hormones, follicle stimulating hormones, and luteinizing hormones. The origin of plasma proteins, more than 90% is made in the liver. Antibodies are made by plasma cells, and peptide hormones are made by the endocrine glands. So remember, endocrine glands, really important. They make hormones, chemicals that travel in the blood.